What up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. If you head to bed, good night, get your rest. Depending on where you are in this big, beautiful, floating rock that we are on, filled with all different types of beautiful people. How are you? How your mom, sister, brother, cousin, daddy, auntie, and them? You good, they good. What y'all eat today? What y'all cook today? You breathing all right? If you are in the process of running, more power to you. Breathe. uh, did you have some water? I think that's my main question. Or did you drink some water today? That coffee, substitute one of them for a bottle of water, please. Energy drink, put that down. Grab some water. All right, we good? Speaking of water, I was scrolling through social media and I saw this girl. She did a photo shoot. It was so amazing. Like, absolutely stunning. And the first thing that popped in my head was Aquamarina. I don't know why, but it just kept floating through my head. Like the ocean. I don't know. The best way I can describe um the picture, the imagery, and the words that kept popping in my head was just calm, deep, like clear, like the ocean. The water. The water is very clear. Um, it's the softness of it, but the ocean is very powerful. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But anywho, that got me thinking, and I'm like, there is something healing about being soft. Um, you know, there really is something healing and something magical in being soft. But if we being honest, a lot of us weren't always allowed to be soft. And so those that this applies to, you you weren't given the grace, the space, the opportunity, the environment to be soft. You grew up a little differently. Um, you had to be strong, loud, fast, responsible, capable, um, when you weren't ready to, before you were ready to. And that's one side of that coin. Because I think that in with that, how can I put it? Like, in softness, there's strength, right? And so, in a way, even though you had to build that strength or all of those other things, you still were able to, you still have some sort of softness to you. Um, it may not be as fully developed as you would like, but again, like any muscle, we can always build it. That's why we're growing. We in the gym right now. We just, picking up different weights. We might start with a 5 right now because we gonna skip the ones. We jumping straight to the 5s, and then we'll build up from there. I encourage everybody who didn't grow up or you didn't grow up in the environment to be soft, or you weren't able to be soft. I encourage you to try it. This is a skill that I'm still figuring out and learning myself. So trust me, there is no judgment here. What I've realized in this journey of mine is that being soft doesn't mean that you're weak. And this goes for males and females. Being soft doesn't make you weak. It just means that you're present. It means that you can feel, like you have emotions. You acknowledge that you have emotions. It also means that you trust yourself enough not to rush everything, depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? The word aquamarina, Aquamarina, is about giving yourself permission just to slow down, to let the waves rise and fall without trying to control it, to breathe, to observe, to try not to react to everything, to be soft, to be calm. You ever notice how like the water carves through the stone that it hits up against over time? Like if you've ever seen pictures or movies, or if you've ever been near an ocean, and you go back to that place several years later, or you've seen like you can do a Google search of a place from like the 90s, and then you can search it, the same picture or the same location of a picture 20 years later, and you will see like different carving marks that the water has hit up against this rock daily over the years, and it started to carve into the stones. That's what softness does. Like, it doesn't break you, it builds you, and it molds and shapes and polishes you into something more refined, something beautiful. It moves with grace, and it never loses power. So I guess I just want to take the time to say, don't let the world harden you. And for those that it has hardened, take a step back. Definitely take a step back. Because, you deserve some softness. You deserve to be soft. You deserve to drop your shoulders. You deserve to stay fluid, to be open, to stay in flow, to be like water, to be free. I encourage everybody. You know what? I'm gonna say this today. I want you to practice softness. We gonna practice softness. We are going to take a step back, drop our shoulders. When we encounter situations, we are going to respond gently. We're going to move slowly today. We're going to speak kinder to ourselves and to others, whether they deserve it or not. And if something feels heavy, we won't carry it alone. So whether that's a project at work, a task at home, today, we don't have to do it alone. You don't have to. I mean, you can if you want to, but today let's practice some softness. Let's let people in. Let's let someone in. Even if it's just one person, let somebody in. Again, drop your shoulders just for the day. Let's see what happens. To all those out there who, again, grew up in environments and situations and life has hardened you, I just want to let you know that you are allowed to be soft, and you are still powerful in that softness. You are allowed to move like water, steady, healing, and unstoppable. You can do it. Drop your shoulders, baby. Again, males and females, drop your shoulders. Now that we said all that, I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to run to the store. Again, I'm a keep encouraging everybody. $1 if you can spare it, 4 to 8 quarters, 4 quarters, 8 quarters. 100 pennies, 200 pennies, if you can. If you can buy it, if you want to. This is not something you have to do, but if you want to, go grab you a lotto ticket. I don't get paid to say that. Lord knows I don't get paid to say that. But you never know how $1 to $2, and sometimes a prayer, definitely a prayer, might change your life. If you can't spare $1 or $2, say a prayer openly, and it might change your life. You'll forget all about that. Look, that $1 million hit your bank account. You might, them shoulders gonna drop. That softness gonna come in. You take that first vacation where some stress release from you. all that shoulders up high. I mean, I've heard that with money comes more problems, but those of us that don't have all that money, we don't know that, so we would like to experience it firsthand sometimes. So yeah, you never know how $1 to $2 might change your life. So if not, again, if you can't spare it, try a prayer. All else fails, drop your shoulders for the day. Move in kindness, move slowly, respond slowly, uh, let everything just roll off you. And stay open, stay in flow today, stay ready. Look out for the positive. There's always something positive happening around you. Sometimes we get in the thick of things that we overlook it, especially, when things seem to be going, rough, or, things are going, so many different things is moving so fast, and things are terrible left and right, and work is hectic, and this, that, and the third. Sometimes you just got to take a step back. And even if it's as simple as seeing a child playing or laughing, or, watching the rain fall, like, there is some positivity. You just got to take a step back and recognize it. So I hope you all have an amazing day or night or evening or morning, again, depending on where you are. Hope you have a fantastic day. Yeah, that's my little rant. That's all I got for you. Bye.